Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. How LeBron James feels about Lakers despite recent losses to Kings and Nuggets. The Los Angeles Lakers season can be best described as a sense of whiplash. Some days they look like one of the best teams in the NBA, and others, they look like they couldn't beat anyone. It's been frustrating for everyone involved, considering they entered the year coming off a run to the Western Conference Finals. Their two stars LeBron James and Anthony Davis have been relatively healthy throughout the season, but they've still struggled to maintain any sense of consistency. The team just finished a brutal stretch of their schedule, but did surprisingly well all things considered. The Lakers' schedule now eases up a little bit, but they know they can't take their foot off the gas with the playoffs coming up. Los Angeles is fighting for their postseason lives, currently sitting in ninth place within the Western Conference standings. James mentioned that even with the recent poor losses to the Sacramento Kings and Denver Nuggets, he still believes that they have been playing well. "We already knew we were in the gauntlet of our schedule," James said. "We already knew we had all the teams that were coming in, everybody positioning and jockeying. Some of the best teams in the league. We knew it was a tough stretch for our ball club. But even with the loss to Denver, even with the loss to Sac both times, we've still been playing some good ball." Per LeBron James via The Athletic, while they have dropped some games that they could have easily won, the Lakers have also beaten some good teams. They took down the Oklahoma City Thunder, Milwaukee Bucks without James, and the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's been an up and down year for the Lakers, but they believe all they need to do is make the playoffs and then the real games begin. This team believes in themselves against anyone in the league, and while it may be tough to watch at times, this is the reality of the situation. LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers was just one of the legends to send good wishes and praise to Donald. On Twitter, James responded to a post that said Donald proved everything he needed to during his years playing in the NFL. Facts. Congratulations, 99. Was an absolute pleasure to watch you dominate. Champ, James tweeted. James says he was a fan of watching Donald play in the NFL over the years. Like all other devoted football fans, James was blown away by the work that Donald did and his numerous awards and accolades. Donald joined the NFL back in 2014, years after James had already established himself in the world of basketball. It must be interesting for James to see a man who is much younger than him retire, but that doesn't mean the Lakers star will be more inclined to hang up his jersey anytime soon. That being said, James chose to respond to a tweet that talked about walking away from a sport while still in good health, agreeing with the sentiment. That move might raise a few eyebrows. These days, there is more and more talk about James retiring and questions about when that will be and which team he will be playing for when it happens. For now, he isn't going anywhere and is attempting to get his Lakers back into the playoffs. Upon his announcement, many people called Donald one of the best people to ever play his sport. There is no doubt that when James decides it's his time to retire, millions will be saying the exact same thing. Lakers news: Anthony Davis given absurdly low odds in major award race. The Los Angeles Lakers season has been full of ups and downs, despite their two star players being relatively healthy all year. It's one of the more confusing parts of their season, but it points directly back to coaching problems and different injuries to other players. Both Anthony Davis and LeBron James have put together very good seasons, with Davis taking on more than ever. He has helped keep this team afloat on both sides of the ball all year. Davis is one of the better defensive players in the NBA today, but he often doesn't get the credit he deserves. With his play, he should be considered more for the Defensive Player of the Year award, but where things currently stand, he has been given incredibly low odds to win the award. Bovada Sportsbook has Davis with the fifth best odds to win the award, sitting at plus 6,000. But he should be much closer to the top based on his level of production this season. You can see the list below. Rudy Gobert, MIN-900 Victor Wembanyama, SAS, plus 800 Bam Adebayo, MIA, plus 3,300 Jarrett Allen, CLE, plus 3,300 Anthony Davis, LAL, plus 6,000 Chet Holmgren, OKC, plus 10,000 Derek White, BOS, plus 12500 Giannis Antetokounmpo, MIL, plus 17500. While some other players have been dominant, Davis has as well. He typically gets overlooked for the award, despite being one of the more feared players on defense in the league. He may not be the player that should have the best odds, but I'd say at least top 3. If he can finish the year strong, he likely will move up the list and inch closer to finally winning the award. Klay Thompson had telling comment about atmosphere at Lakers game. The Los Angeles Lakers have one of the biggest fan bases in all sports. The team has always had a plethora of superstars, and Dr. Jerry Buss made sure to give the franchise a Hollywood feel that was a perfect match for sunny California and its lifestyle. Nonetheless, it seems like Golden State Warriors fans were louder on their own court. Following the Warriors' win over the Lakers, Klay Thompson tipped his hat to Dub Nation, as they made it seem like the Warriors were the home team at Crypto.com Arena, via Ben Golliver. Warriors fans have also drawn plenty of mockery and criticism over the years, with other fans calling them bandwagoners from the Stephen Curry era. Even if that's the case, it's been almost 10 years since the Warriors started their rise, making it to 6 NBA Finals since Steve Kerr took the reins of the team. The Lakers and Warriors could square off again in the playoffs this season, and the LeBron James-Stephen Curry rivalry is always quite entertaining to watch. The Lakers got the best of the Warriors in the Western Conference semifinals just last season, so you know the Dubs and their fans have every game against the Lakers marked on their calendars. And with both teams going back and forth in the race for the final playoff spot in the West, it wouldn't be shocking to see them matched up against one another in the play-in tournament again. The Golden State Warriors aren't the juggernaut, dynasty team they used to be, but certain pieces on their roster could still bring valuable championship experience to other teams on the rise as soon as this summer. Klay Thompson, who is on an expiring $43.2 million contract, isn't the superstar sidekick to Stephen Curry that he used to be before enduring back-to-back knee and Achilles injuries, but he has shown that he can still produce points at a high level. Over his last 14 games, a span where the Warriors have gone 9-5, Thompson is averaging 18.3 points while shooting 45.1% from the field, 41.1% on 8.9 attempts from deep, and 91.3% from the free throw line. The 34-year-old four-time champion reportedly turned down a 2-year, $48 million extension offer from the Warriors last summer, and if the two sides can't come to terms on a new deal, Thompson should start looking at potential new destinations where his talents will be best utilized. The Orlando Magic have been rumored as a team that has interest in Thompson this coming offseason, but we believe the Dallas Mavericks could make a lot of sense as well. Not only would Thompson's elite catch-and-shoot ability be perfect alongside Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, but the Mavs would have the contracts needed to send the Warriors in a sign-and trade to give Thompson the contract he desires. It wouldn't be ideal to overpay for an aging star, but with the way Thompson plays the game, it's easy to see him having several more productive years ahead of him. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation, Klay Thompson? Leave your opinion in the comments.